Hi, welcome to the New Testament in a nutshell. We're going to go to Mark chapter 5 today. Now, Mark chapter 5, further into the chapter, does talk about the 12-year-old girl who died and the woman with the issue of blood for 12 years. But I already talked about that in Matthew, so I'm not going to cover it today. We're going to talk about the demon-possessed man. And we pick it up in Mark chapter 5, verse 1. They went across the lake to the region of the Gerasenes. When Jesus got out of the boat, a man with an evil spirit came from the tombs to meet him. This man lived in the tombs, and no one could bind him any more, not even with a chain. For he had often been chained hand and foot, but he tore the chains apart and broke the irons on his feet. No one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs and in the hills, he would cry out and cut himself with stones. You know, I really feel for this man. He's demon-possessed. Demons and Satan are a harsh taskmaster. And those that dabble in the occult, witchcraft, astrology, Satanism, they may at times think that they have some power, but really Satan is just using them, and eventually he will torment them. You don't want to mess with any of that. Notice he's cutting himself with stones. And he was so strong because of the demonic powers in him that no one could restrain him. I said a couple days ago that nowadays we just really put him on strong medications, Thorazine and stuff, and subdue them or put him in a padded cell. Here they didn't have that. But they were terrified of him, and he ended up living in the tombs, crying out day and night. Jesus, the one who's so compassionate, comes along, though. And in verse 6, we pick it up. When he, the demon-possessed man, saw Jesus from a distance, he ran and fell on his knees in front of him. Now, inside of his humanness, he knew Jesus was the answer, and he was coming to him for deliverance. But then the demons within him rise up and say, he shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? Swear to God that you won't torture me." For Jesus was saying to him, "Come out of this man, you evil spirit." Then Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" "My name is Legion," the demons replied, "for we are many." And they begged Jesus again and again not to send them out of the area. Interestingly, Jesus here, it seems like he gives them their request, and you're wondering, why would he? Verse 11, a large herd of pigs was feeding on the nearby hillside. Now, as a good Jew, Jesus didn't have much concern for the plight of pigs. Verse 12, the demons begged Jesus, "Send us among the pigs, allow us to go into them." And he gave them permission, and the evil spirits came out and went into the pigs. But the herd of pigs, about 2,000 in number, let's stop here just for a minute. That means this demon-possessed man had 2,000 demons in him. Wow, no wonder he was so tormented. The herd, about 2,000 in number, rushed down the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. Now, this is the first example we have of deviled ham. Bad joke, sorry. And verse 14, those tending the pigs ran off and reported this in the town and countryside. And the people went out to see what had happened. When they came to Jesus, they saw the man who had been possessed by the legion of demons sitting there dressed and in his right mind. Isn't that a beautiful picture of what the Lord wants to do for people? He wants to do that for you. If you're plagued with fear, panic attacks, depression, anxiety, Jesus will come and bring peace and restore your mind. He wants to do that. He will do that for you if you ask him. Now, it's crazy what we see next. The people, when they saw this demon-possessed man in his right mind, and remember, he tormented them. Nobody could restrain him. But now when they see it, the Bible says they were afraid. Now, they weren't afraid of this. They were afraid of it being found out that they were raising pigs in an area where they shouldn't have been. That's what they're afraid about. And also bummed out because they lost some of their income here. So then we see what they do next. Verse 16, those who had seen it told the people what had happened to the demon-possessed man, and told about the pigs as well. Then the people began to plead with Jesus to leave their region. Verse 18, as Jesus was getting into the boat, the man who had been demon-possessed begged to go with him. Jesus did not let him, though, but said, "Go home to your family and tell them how much the Lord has done for you and how he has had mercy on you." So the man went away and began to tell in the Decapolis how much Jesus had done for him, and all the people were amazed. You know, we see this similar thing where Jesus tells the woman at the well who had 5 husbands and was living with a man at that point, and she got saved, accepted Jesus as her Messiah when he was so kind and gentle to her. And she went back and told everyone about Jesus, and they came, and hundreds of them got saved. And so this is what Jesus wants this man to do. He knew it would be a great testimony to the power of God and to the saving power of Jesus, and he wanted him to go tell his people about it, and he did. And I'm sure many, many were saved and delivered through his ministry. Well, that's all for today. God bless you. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow or Monday, I believe, for Mark chapter 6. Hit like if you do. Feel free to share on your wall so others can hear the good news of the gospel and this Bible study. Bye for now.